Hey guys, it's DoubleWinning, and today I'm bringing you guys a Graves commentary here. This game is just kind of a stomp. I'll just let you know that right off the rip. And the reason I'm doing this gameplay, however, I chose this gameplay at least, is just because I kind of have something I want to talk about. And that's, basically to sum it up, is just surrendering too early. Which could also be put in line with just kind of losing morale early. I did record this commentary earlier, which that doesn't matter to you guys. I'm just trying to think of a better way to format it because it did come off as pretty ranty, and I'm going to be honest, it's probably going to come off as pretty ranty again. So if you don't want to hear a rant, you can go ahead and close this video, and I won't feel offended. I have been back, or I have been gone for a while. Just some personal reasons, but I do want to let you guys know that I am back. I've got a new computer, I've got new stuff, and I'll probably post this video after I've already, along with some other videos, so if this feels like it's been repeated, I do apologize. Some games, you're going to lose. There's nothing you can do about it. Or there's nothing you can reasonably do about it. What I mean by reasonably do about it is if you have to play at 500% of your ability at this game to win the game, that's not reasonably winning. That's not a reasonable. It's not reasonable. Like, that's basically the best way I can put it. If to win a 1500 elo game, you have to play at the level of a professional player or 2500 player, then that's asking too much. There are some games where you're going to have to play at 150%, 125% of your ability, and that is reasonable. You are going to have to play above and beyond of the area that you are playing at, and that is reasonable. However, you also need to realize that in order to gain elo, have a good win rate, etc., you don't need to win every game. In fact, I can compare it to baseball. Baseball, you have a .3 average, you're doing good. You have a .35 average, you're doing great. You have a .4 average, you are a monster. Incredible, all-star, legendary. To gain elo in this game, playing against even teams, so I'm going under the assumption that you're gaining or losing the same amount of elo each game. You only need to win 6 out of every 11 games you play. So because of this, when you get that one game where, like I said before, it is unreasonable for you to play well enough to win that game, don't worry about it. Okay? There are going to be those games where your jungler dies to blue buff. Your top lane picks Glass Cannon Master Yi. 30-0-0 mastery with all physical damage going for that cheese double strike. And he feeds 10 kills. And now you've got a 10 kill Darius hitting you for 1000 true damage and oh my gosh, Riot, please, nerf, OMG, whatever. And your mid lane never calls Mia, never wards, always dies, never pushes the lane, never does anything, always ganks bottom. Those games are going to happen. Just try and focus your best on what you could have done better in that game. And I know that seems ridiculous, and you're just thinking, but no, there's no way I could have won this game. Okay, good. Put that game on the shelf. Realize, this game is unwinnable. Let's try and salvage what I can from it. So what can you salvage from an unwinnable game? You can try your best to find out how to work uphill. How to try and lower that gold advantage, or not even lower it per se, but equalize it the very best that you can. And what do I mean by this? 5,000 gold lead. 10,000 gold to 5,000 gold. That is huge. That is a 200% difference. Or 100% more. take that 5,000 gold. Equal stream of money for both teams. You go into the late game, you now have a 25,000 to 30,000 gold, team to team. Is that any difference? They're still up 5,000 gold. However, percentage-wise, your team isn't looking that bad. Now you're in the realm where you can outplay more reasonably the enemy team. So that is what you need to do when you're behind, is try and equal out that gold. And there are many ways to do this. That's a commentary for a whole nother day. Another thing, if you're playing someone like an AD carry is the best role to explain this, where all the odds are against you and you have no peelers, guess what? You're going to have those games in the future. Let's use this game to practice, because guess what? You can take risks. You can be fancy. Because the game's you're already going to lose. I'm not saying you need to stop trying, but I'm saying play at your very, very best in a team fight, knowing all the odds are against you. Find out how to be as safe as possible, knowing you have no peelers, knowing they can dive you completely, knowing this is the worst case scenario that you will be in. Though it'll probably be worse in the future. Knowing that, you can fight your very hardest to try and do well. And then in the future, when you're behind in a scenario that's not as bad, you have practice. And guess what? Now it seems easy. We're only down 5k gold, whatever. I'm a better AD carry. I can fight while I'm behind. I can fight when my team doesn't peel for me, because I've practiced it. I'm used to it. I've been in situations much worse than this. This is a cakewalk for me. All because you chose not to surrender. Or at least, you chose to put up the good fight when your team choose not to surrender. Okay? There is no game. Again, there are exceptions. So I'll say 99.9% of games, there is something beneficial you can gain from it. And this goes both ways. There are games where you are just absolutely stomping. And so you need to learn how to not overextend, not stay in a place too long, or learn how to press your advantages. And if you learn these things while you're ahead, and you learn those things while you're behind, guess what? You're completely in control of the game. You know what to do when you're ahead, you know what to do when you're behind. How do you lose now? Of course, you will lose some games. But just always try and remember that you did learn something. And the game wasn't a waste of time. Because if you think this game is a waste of time, or you think the game that you lost is a waste of time, then that's just going to lower your mood. And guess what? You're going to play the next game exactly the same. So if you're put into that situation, guess what? You're going to lose again. Or if you're put into a situation that's not as extreme, since you aren't prepared, you're going to lose that game. And since you didn't feel the game before was important, why would you feel this next game is important? So you're going to lose that game as well. And you're not going to learn anything from that. And you aren't going to get any better. If you're playing at a 1500 level, and you truly believe it's your team's fault, then you're not going to get any better. If you think you're a 1700 player and you're stuck at 1500 elo, guess what? Get better to the point where you're a 1900 player. Then you can carry the 1500s no matter how bad they are. So always strive to improve yourself. Because I think it was DoubleWinning that said, solo queue is where you can improve your own gameplay, not your teammates. So don't try. That's not to say you can't be helpful. Things I like to do as an AD carry, if we are blind, I like to just ping where I'd like a ward. If they don't do anything, you know, I just ask to ward, just as a reminder. I don't say, after I get ganked, I don't say, hey, this blah 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 support doesn't ward, blah blah blah, because guess what, I didn't notice either, because I got ganked. So I'm in no place to call this support out who didn't notice to ward, because I didn't notice either, so it's just as much my fault. And I was overextending, and guess what, AD carry generally controls the lane. There are exceptions, of course, if the support is pushing. Which, if the support is pushing, don't just blow up out of nowhere. Don't just be like, the support can push, blah, 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 blah. Just take a breather. Hey, can you please stop pushing the lane? I want to try and freeze it near our tower so we don't get ganked. Click. Support goes, right, pushing the lane. Oh my gosh. Totally didn't realize. Or, support says, blow me. And whatever. At least you got your point across, so you can rest easy at the night. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. If you're losing a game, try your best to bring it back. Don't just surrender at 20 because you're down 5k gold, 10k gold. Try your best to make them throw. Okay? That's some of the best advice I can give you. And my friends all know me for it. They all know that I hate surrendering, and this frustrates a lot of them because they're having games that they don't enjoy. And of course, you know, if it's a team of 5 of us and we just want to get in another game and just refresh our minds, just drop the previous game, we'll surrender. But one of the biggest pet peeves I have is when I'm fighting for my very best. You know, I'm playing at an accelerated level. I'm playing 150% as much as my normal skill level. I'm trying so hard. I'm putting all this energy in to bring this game back, and bam, your team is surrendered. Vote 4-1. Me being the one, no. I hate that. I can't stand that. Because I'm just thinking, wow, I can't believe that I was putting in all this effort to try and bring this game back when we were just going to surrender. I just wasted a lot of energy. And of course that's the mindset I was telling you about to avoid. Instead, I can at least think, at least I got a little bit of experience for how to bring a game back. So that was more or less the rant that I had done. Hopefully you got something out of this. I know you guys, if you're at this point of the video, I appreciate you continuing to watch the video. I know it's kind of long. I do just want to say, you know, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like or a comment. I try and get back to all the comments that you guys leave. I know that I haven't gotten back to comments recently, but that's just because I haven't been posting videos. However, it's always been kind of my pattern for the first week of videos up. I'll get back to as many comments as I can. Of course, some slip through the cracks, and I do apologize for that. I also do want to let you guys know that I am going to be posting some different games, not just League of Legends, and hopefully you guys will support me with that. Because I do play other games, and I do want to just expand my YouTube, I guess, portfolio more. So hopefully you guys will support me with that. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, if you guys want to connect with me, you know, for any reason, I enjoy hearing from you guys. You can either message me on YouTube, which is not the best way because I get a bunch of just spam from there, or you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/DoubleWinning, or you can follow me on Facebook. I think it's just facebook.com/DoubleWinning. It's like Double Winning League of Legends or something like that. Can't change the title, but because I have more than 100 fans. Unfortunate. Live streaming, I might start it up again. I would need to get my upload speed increased because right now it's only 3 megabits per second, which is barely enough to, I think, stream like 720 or something like that, which is probably what I would stream at anyway. But just in case, I want to try and get my upload speed upgraded a little bit. At this point, I mean, the game's over. They're about to surrender. So if you guys enjoyed the video, again, make sure you like, comment. If you really enjoyed it, you can just favorite it. I really like to see your guys' feedback. As always, you know, stay classy and keep winning. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you're just catching this video for the first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be posting League of Legends gameplay videos as well as other games. So as always, stay classy and keep winning, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.